Hello everyone, welcome to English to Dorkar. I'm so delighted you people are here, and today I'm going to talk about a very interesting thing. That is a correlation between your ability to pick up this language, English, and speak in it or write in it, and your self-esteem. I just want to, do a deeper dive into the whole thing. And before I get into today's topic, I would request you to, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel if you're new here, and share this content with your friends if you find it useful. And if you're someone who wants to become fluent in English, and if you're looking for spoken English classes online, I would request you to go to the link in the description below, and from there you're gonna get the link of English to Dorkar's Facebook page and Facebook group, and you can go there and send me a message that you're interested in taking classes from me, and I'll share my contact details with you, and we can get in touch with each other. And what we can do is what we can do from there is what was I gonna say? Yeah, we can start your journey of our journey actually of you becoming fluent in English. And as I said, thank you so much for being here, and now I'm going to get into today's topic, which I'm super excited about. Okay, so what I was saying, that there is a correlation between self-esteem and our ability to pick up this language called English, this ability to speak in it and write in it, and why some people can feel confident about writing in it but struggle with speaking. Some people are better at speaking but struggle with writing, and how that is related to our mental constitution. So I'll get into all of these things, but let me define a few things at first. Now, what is correlation? Correlation is basically the relation between two things that that has an effect on each other. Let's say there is a correlation between our energy level and the quality of food we take. So if we take highly, nutritious food, we are going to have higher energy level. So there is a correlation between them, that better nutrition means better energy. So there is a correlation between our self-esteem and our ability to learn English or master different areas of English. What are different areas? Listening, speaking, writing. Now, let us come to this thing like self-esteem. Now, what is self-esteem? Self-esteem is the concept we have about ourselves. So if somebody feels confident, what does that mean? That means they believe they can do something, and a person with lower confidence or lower self-esteem will doubt themselves, will question their ability. So the odds of their success becomes less. So what I want to say, that you enter into a class, whatever that class is, whether it's a maths class, a physics class, an English class, or whatever, maybe something new you have taken up. So you enter a class for the first time, and you feel that you can do this. That yes, my family trusts me. My teachers have complimented me that I'm smart, and I can learn different things. I have learned maybe a few things in the past. I've done well in school, so there is likelihood that I will do great in this class, in this course that I'm starting or entering. Now, what happens when you start with that kind of an idea about yourself? What you need to focus is on the content of what is being taught in the school or in the course. So your focus is exactly on the things that are being taught to you. Now, imagine entering a class full of self-doubt. I don't know if I can do this. I doubt if I can do this. I struggled with that particular thing. Maybe I can't do this and do that. So your focus in when you enter a class with that mindset, your focus is divided into two things. One is doubting yourself, and another part is trying to do well. So your energy is already split into two parts. So person who is sure about themselves, maybe they have no reason to be sure about themselves, but they just are, because that's the kind of thing they believe about themselves, because people have told them nice things. And you may have like parents or friends who are very critical, who doubt your abilities. Maybe you have had teachers who were mean to you. So what happens is that you will be in a state of self-doubt. A significant part of your brain will be thinking how I may again fail. Maybe this teacher of this particular course will also find out and will insult me. You may not want to hear the same thing again and again. You may even discontinue that class. And on top of that, even if you continue, you will feel that you're not smart, because your energy is divided into two things: self-doubt and trying. And the other person is simply trying to learn. So their entire energy is focused on learning, not on doubting themselves. So it seems apparently in the class that you are not as smart as the other person, but basically you're just using half of your energy, because half of energy is spent in doubting yourself, and they are just getting more and more energy because they are feeling more confident. And as they are doing better in the class, their confidence even goes higher. So the main thing here is, so many things that we do, whether we become successful or not, whether we are proven to be smart or not, depends on what we believe. So belief is very, very, very important, and having a positive belief about ourselves is crucial to success. Now, our society has created this weird, idea, weird belief that more self-critical we have greater scope of improvement. But that's not how it works. Because what happens is, when we are self-critical, we start believing that we're not good enough. And when we think we're not good enough, we also think that we don't deserve much. And when we think we don't deserve much, we don't try much. And when we don't try much, we don't become successful. But a person who thinks they're good, they have a positive self-image. They are the people who are going to think that they're good. So they think that they deserve more, and as they think they deserve more, they have more confidence to try more or try different things. And more you try, you just increase your possibility of becoming successful. So understand why some people are very, very good at picking up this language called English, which is just not a language, it's so much more, which I have discussed in a different video, that learning English is just not learning a different language. Because I have learned other languages, and I know personally that learning any other language is so much easier. It's just not as stressful. It's just freer. No judgment involved, nothing. Nobody's judging you, nobody knows about it. It's just doing it yourself. It's fun. But when it comes to English, even if it's fun, it's scary as hell. So that is a different topic. You may go and check my channel, where I have discussed that why learning English is just not about learning a language. It's way more than that. But coming back to today's topic, let me tell you something. Like, if you have a positive self-image, it's gonna get better. It's just gonna get better. Now, you may ask me, how do I have a positive self-image? Honestly, this is the way you have a negative self-image. How do you have a negative self-image? You have a bunch of people in your life who criticize you. You have a bunch of people in your life who keep on saying how hard it is in the world, how hard it is to make, become successful, make space for yourself, make good money, or live life in your terms, or be honest and also be successful, and all these things. And also constant criticism that you're not doing this well, you didn't do, you fell short by 2% in that, test or something like that. That's how you become self-critical. That's how you start doubting yourself. So surrounding yourself with good people who tell positive things about you, who highlight positive things about you, are the ones who are going to make you feel way more confident. So seek out good people, seek out better environment, seek out, because your ability as a human being doesn't lie in being great in spite of being around shitty people. Your ability to be a better person lies in you being able to change your environment. Change your environment, change the people, who will say more positive things. Now you can say it, but I can't get rid of my parents who are who are very critical of me. True, but don't engage with them. Don't engage with them. Don't talk to them about your goals, the things you're struggling with. Just keep quiet and keep trying. Say about your goals only to those people who will support you, who will, who at least will give you a positive support, because nobody can tell you that you can't do something before you actually give it a try. Nobody can do that. And we are not doing here woo-woo astrology stuff that somebody can like predict, yeah, you're gonna be a great doctor. No, we're not doing that. You need to try. How a good doctor is made is a good doctor tries to study better, take the entrance exam. They assume that they can be a good doctor. You can't decide that you are a good doctor after becoming a doctor. You kind of have to believe beforehand, so that you can study for becoming a doctor. You can actually like take the entrance exam to be a doctor, and actually study all these things, and then treat patients, and finally, after believing for 10 years, one day it is your reality that you are a good doctor. So remember that belief must be there in yourself. You must believe in yourself before like anyone else does. But it's hard when our primary caregivers don't support us, because this is not a culture where we get support. We get criticized constantly criticized. Whenever we try to do something, we're just told that's not how the world works. You need to make money, and you need to do all these things. Who do you think you are? You're gonna become a doctor? You're gonna become, you're gonna crack this great exam? You're gonna become, maybe a researcher? Do you know what kind of books you need to read? All these books are in English. Oh my God, who do you think you are? If you're surrounding yourself with that kind of people, you can imagine what's going to happen, right? Your brain is filled with negative statements like that, and your brain plays out that statement over and over and over again, and that becomes internalized, and you become a machine of self-doubt. So you need to surround yourself with people who gives you the benefit of the doubt. When they don't know what's going to happen, they at least say, hey, why don't you try and see what happens? I support you. I think you can do this. If you think you can do this, I think you can do this. The reason I think I can't do this is because I don't have the capacity. If your brain could imagine that you are capable of doing this, then you are capable of doing this. So you need to surround yourself with people like that, teachers like that, coaches like that, colleagues like that. And when you have other people who are negative, just don't discuss your dreams with them. Don't engage, don't explain, and don't personalize. They are telling you that you can't do something because they couldn't do that particular thing, or they don't trust themselves enough, or they think they are something different and you can't do that. That's their belief. great, live with that, but you have your reality. You have to focus on what you can do, you know. So that's one thing. Now I will come to the other part that I was saying, that why some people are good at writing, some people not so good at writing but better at speaking, and why that happens. Again, I will bring the concept of self-esteem. How does that apply? Let's say that you participated in dramas or in cultural functions since your childhood, so you're better at communicating with people. You kind of know that you can talk to people, you can strike up a conversation with strangers, and you also can you also can what was I gonna say? Okay, so you can do those things. So you are confident. You believe you are confident with dealing with people. And maybe you also received the kind of messaging that speaking English is not that hard, but understanding complicated texts is very challenging. And when you have that kind of messaging in your head, you think that, okay, I can go and speak with people, but I can't really learn good English, or I can't learn English enough to be able to read Shakespeare, let's say, or something more, like formal. So what will happen is you will feel less stressed when you're trying to speak English, or when you're trying to learn to speak English. So speaking English becomes easier. Now there are other kind of people who are not good with talking, who are not good with socializing. They spend most of their time with books. These are the people who are better with written exams, not with oral exams. And they have the self-image that they are better at understanding different concepts, writing about it, reading about it. So they pick up those things easily because they're more confident about reading text, reading books. So they have that association with that. They believe they can do those things easily, so they can write, they can read. Those things becomes easier. But speaking, they already are struggling with speaking in English, speaking in their mother tongue in day-to-day life. How you can imagine how difficult it would be for them to speak in a different language, especially under stressful situations. Because when it comes to English, we rarely chat in English. Some people do, which is great, but many people generally don't chat in English. What they do is they associate speaking English with interviews, presentations, and maybe going to a foreign country for some purpose, where so all these things. So they associate speaking English with stress. So let's say they have to speak in English with a waiter in a restaurant, they may get nervous because they associate speaking in English with they associate speaking in English with with stress. So I hope I could cover the main theme of the whole thing, main theme of what I am trying to explain here. If you have any further query, please ask me in the comment section. I would make other videos or try to answer you in the comment section itself. And let me know if there is anything that you're struggling with, you want to know that particular thing, then I can elaborate on that. And I'll see you tomorrow as usual. And what can I say? Thank you so much for sitting through this, and I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.